Months ago, we met a nearly 800-pound man who was gorging on pizza, burgers, French fries, and candy. He appeared on the show after making a desperate plea for my help on YouTube. You might remember him. His name is Robert, and he weighed close to, as I say, 800 pounds. Now, he had tried several diets, but nothing worked. And he was terrified of losing his battle, losing his life. He was fighting obesity.
A morbidly obese man in Livermore turns to the internet to make a desperate plea for help.
He's just 23. He weighs about 700 pounds, and now his story has just gone viral.
I don't know what else to do. I'm just trying to get some help from somebody. A nutritionist, DrPhil.
It is a desperate cry for help.
Today, DrPhil telling The Insider he's reaching out to Robert.
He specifically asked for our help. First thing I want to do, look him in the eye and see exactly how serious he is and whether he's willing to do what it takes.
We're here to transport Robert to Los Angeles. We have the ambulance fully equipped. With his weight, we're unable, even with 4 people, to guide him up safely. So we have ramps, hook him up to my winch, and we're going to winch him in. Back a little bit more and I'll help you with your legs, okay?
I'm about ready to go to the DrPhil show. We've been on the road for over 7 hours now. My leg's pretty sore. My knee's starting to feel it pretty bad. I really don't know what to think about tomorrow because I don't know what I'm going to be asked and I don't know how to prepare for tomorrow. So I'm just going to take it as it comes.
EMTs have transported Robert from backstage on a gurney because he can't walk more than 10 steps at a time. If something dramatic doesn't happen today to change the course of events in your life, what do you think is going to happen?
If I don't get some type of help and if I don't change, I'm going to die within the next year.
Give me your idea of how you got in this condition.
I started gaining weight when I was about 4 years old. When I was in 8th grade, I weighed 450 pounds. When the kids made fun of me, I turned to food. My mom, my sister are my primary caregivers. I could have my mom get me McDonald's and eat 3 sausage McMuffins, 2 sausage burritos, and a smoothie for breakfast.
Have you looked and seen your life going by?
Feels like I've never had a life.
What do you miss the most? What do you want the most?
I just miss being able to ride a bike and play basketball with my friends and going out and being active. I'm in pain from the minute I wake up to when I lay down to go to sleep. Pain in the sides of my knees. I feel like a prisoner in my own body.
Do you really believe that you can have a normal life and a normal body and a normal health?
Yes. I'm just tired of living like this.
What do you think I have to say to you?
What got Robert to this weight? What happened? Food happened.
You allowed him to eat to excess as a child. You've told us that.
I wasn't always there to watch him, and he would be able to go in and get what he wanted.
Was he living with you?
Yes.
So he got overweight on your watch.
I did do it, but I was not the only contributor.
You're his mother.
Yes, I am.
It starts with you. This is a radical situation that requires radical change. He left here weighing 764 pounds. We sent him straight to Wellspring Academy, one of the leading providers of weight loss camps. Well, now he's lost 260 pounds. But he still has a very long way to go. But it is great progress. Robert, walk onto this stage. My friend, how you doing?
Really good.
Good to see you, man. Well, I am glad to see less of you.
Me too.
Yeah. Tell me how this has changed.
I actually like going out and playing sports with all my friends there at Wellspring. I like the food. It's all normal food that you can get at any store.
Yeah. Well, before we talk more about this, let's take a look at Robert's weight loss journey at Wellspring Academy.
When I arrived at Wellspring, I was the biggest person ever admitted here. Today, I've lost over 200 pounds. I find myself needing my wheelchair less and less. This is the shirt that I wore on DrPhil. It's an 8X, and it fits me like a dress now, and it will fit right over my t-shirt that I'm wearing now, which is a 5 or 6X. It's a good thing, but it's also sad that I was actually that big. Should we use another pan so we can start the vegetables now? Obviously, food is different now to me. Quality of the food is more important than it was before.
And forward.
It was hard working out when I first got here. I was frustrated with myself because it's hard to motivate yourself to exercise.
Stretch your back out.
My confidence has risen tremendously. Like, I still have a long journey ahead of me, but this train ain't stopping anywhere soon.
Wow. Now, they didn't get the sense of it on the video. This is that shirt, and that's a big one. When you went in, you were the heaviest person that had ever been in Wellsprings Academy, right?
Yes.
You're at what now? 504?
505, I think.
505. How long has it been since you've been down at this weight?
The closest time I can remember when I was 14 or 15.
What's your rate of weight loss at this point?
It's unpredictable. Sometimes it could be 2 pounds. Sometimes it could be 10 pounds. Sometimes it could be nothing for that week.
But you're not eating food that comes in wrappers. You're
No.
cooking food.
Yeah, they cook the food there. There's a lot of things that we eat.
Have your cravings gone away? Because you were
Yeah.
addicted to sugars and fats and things that you just had to have. Have those gone away?
Yeah, a lot of them have. But just seeing them, like on the way up here and stuff, it still is like it's a trigger that I see. And I still need to work on that stuff.
How has your attitude changed since the day you were on a gurney right where you are now?
I've got a lot more self-confidence. I'm really outgoing now. I'm willing to do a lot more stuff than I was before. Yeah. And I don't see myself slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've just flown all the way across the country because I wanted to check in with Susanne. You'll remember her, the world's biggest bride. She had a goal. She wanted to weigh 800 pounds when she walked down the aisle. I said that was a bad idea. In fact, I said it was a deadly idea. You'll remember her. Take a look.
On a given day, I don't really count my calories. I do what's called grazing all day long. What I do is I have my normal big meals with the family, and then while I'm just sitting there at my computer or watching TV, I snack almost constantly. So my goal is at least 1,800 pounds, because then I would break the world record, and that would be awesome.
Why do you want to be larger?
With me, it's either you're all in or you're all out. But I want to see just how large I can get, because I enjoy the gaining, the way it feels. As I put the weight on, I feel happier.
You're actually a model, right?
Yes.
And you have a website?
It's kind of like a pin-up type style website. There's nothing X-rated. It's just basically bigger women showing off their body and confidence.
According to Parker, who is your fiance, you sometimes do approximately 30,000 calories a day. That's a lot of food. As you've gained weight, what can you do and not do?
I have to have somebody take me from our apartment down to the car in my wheelchair. I have to make sure I go to a store that only has, the power scooters. I can go for short walks, but not long walks.
The people in your life okay with this?
They are, because they have to be.
I feel perfectly comfortable with Suzanne's size. She's healthy, and so long as she's happy in her skin, I'm happy with her as well. I think she's beautiful.
This woman is such at a high risk for heart failure, other organ failure, premature death,
yes, sir,
that she is a ticking time bomb. I think this is protracted suicide, and I think you are an enabler if you are helping her do this.
Whether he was helping or not, I would do it.
Do you believe that you're putting your life at risk by being at this weight?
How do you change something that you feel is you?
And I'm telling you that your chance of seeing 50, in my opinion, is almost zero. Well, Suzanne finally agreed to go to Wellspring Structure House, but let me tell you, this was a struggle. It took another month to get her going, and the night before she goes, she ate 2 sandwiches with roast beef, turkey, ham, cheese, onion, mayonnaise. She had chips and soda. So it was kind of like a last-ditch effort. Here's how the journey began.
Today is the first day of my journey to losing weight. I'm going to Well Springs to get that started. I feel nervous, scared, anxious, excited, happy. It's going to be hard, to be away from my family and friends. When I was on the show, it was a wake-up call. It was kind of surreal, but it got me to doing a lot of thinking.
DrPhil looked at me as an enabler, basically someone who, was like, yeah, go ahead and keep on eating. Susanne was already this size when I met her, so it's not like she was an 82-pound weakling when I met her and then this happened.
He's making me a sandwich, something kind of light because I'll be flying, so I don't want to have anything heavy.
Yes, I know, DrPhil, I'm enabling her right now, but it's her last day before she goes away and doesn't get any goodies for a while.
Hey, Susanne.
Hi.
I'm Tom Britton. I'm the executive director.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Well Springs Structure House.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here.
So am I. I'm looking forward to the changes.
Well, Susanne has now spent 5 months at Structure House, an internationally recognized weight loss center. The experts have really got their work cut out for them with Susanne. Now, she hasn't always followed the program. She has snuck off campus, gone to a fast food chicken place, and she really needs a reality check. She has no idea that I'm here, and that's for a reason.
What we're going to do today is do a fruit platter and a composed salad. You know how to use a knife and all those things. Cutting away from yourself.
Hello. What's up?
When DrPhil walked in, I was just like, oh my God. I was so shocked. I was a little bit nervous because I haven't done as well as I probably could have.
You've been down, back up, and down. By the time people see this interview, they're going to have seen a recap, and the recap is going to have told them that your goal was not to lose weight, but to gain weight.
But I want to see just how large I can get and still be healthy and happy because I enjoy the gaining, the way it feels, everything about it.
They're going to have heard me say that I thought that was an absolute higher form of destructive insanity. And you disagreed, and you had some family members and a fiance who I thought were just enabling you. And you like large women.
I'm just not the type of person who likes stick skinny women. I never have. I've always liked women with curves.
And in fact, she eats healthier than I do.
No, she doesn't.
I take her grocery shopping and the cart is loaded full of fruits and vegetables. I don't even eat that much.
Oh my God. You have brainwashed these people. So tell me where all that is at this point.
I was struggling with binge eating and with whether I still wanted to continue gaining, whether I still wanted to be a part of that world because that's how I made my living and that's what I really enjoyed, or whether I wanted to be healthy and live a long life. And several times I was in the mind frame where I can do it, I can lose weight, I want to at least lose 100 pounds. And my fiance Parker at first was supportive, but then he started talking about wanting me to gain. He was, in a sense, giving me permission to do what I wanted to do. I can't wait to eat. And then eventually, I would go up and down, and I was just feeling hopeless, like I couldn't do it. And then I just came to a point where after a binge, I was like, I can't do this to myself anymore. And I told him that I wanted to lose weight. I told him that I needed to do this. But then he sent me several text messages telling me how if I wanted us to have a happy marriage, I needed to gain. If I wanted us to be happy, I needed to gain. That's what he's attracted to.
He is telling you while you're here, he wants you to gain weight.
He's telling me to come home and just go back to gaining weight. We'll have a happy marriage. We'll be happier. It's what he wants. It's what he thinks I want. It's what I wanted. Every time I would get, I can do this. I can lose the weight. I can accomplish this.
And you agreed with that to a degree.
I did. I've been in therapy here, going back and forth with the, I want to lose weight. Trying to let go of the gaining weight and how much I loved it versus being healthy.
Did it ever occur to you that he's wanting you to do this for his entertainment because he has some attraction to this, that he's willing for you to put your life in jeopardy to entertain him?
I don't think it was all about his entertainment. I just think that's what he was attracted to.
How is that not for his entertainment? He's saying, gain weight, come home, we'll be happy, we'll be married. I know it will kill you, but it's what I want you to do. How is that not for his entertainment at your expense? It took 5 men, a van equipped with a special lift, a motorized wheelchair, 2 canes, and multiple oxygen tanks to get this 700-plus pound guest to the Los Angeles area.
It's been 13 months since I've been out of the house for anything besides a doctor's appointment. You know, if a normal person wanted to leave, they grab their purse, they walk outside, they get in the car, and they go. I have to bring my oxygen concentrator, my bag of medicine, tubing, my canes, I have to bring my wheelchair. I'm constantly afraid, will I fall down? Running out of oxygen is a fear. I've got 6 tanks today so that I'm well prepared. Oh. Okay, it's not gonna move anymore, right? Oh, okay. Gotta get the pillows in the right place or I'm screwed. It's like a last-ditch effort. Everybody else so far has written me off. I can only move so much and my legs go dead and it starts throbbing. You okay? It's been a long time since I've seen Hollywood. I used to love to come down here when I was younger. Oh,
This is
hi.
Renaissance.
Thank you
I was
very much.
thinking it may be a little tight to come in this way, but I have a side door on the Johnny Grantway side, which
Okay.
leads to the lobby as well, okay?
It's difficult to appear in public because you cease to become a person.
It should be just 1 king-size bed. Is that okay, or do you need 2 double beds?
You're just, wow, that big person, you know. Checking into a hotel should be a fun experience, but it's not when you're large like this. It ain't gonna work, is it? If I lay down in the bed, am I gonna hear the box spring go? I feel better than I have in a long time because I have some hope now that something maybe will happen. I hope this is the start of a lot of good things in our life. If there's any way to get my life back to where it was before, or a new life, I'm all for it.
Now, I'm glad you're here, Dee Dee. I mean, I really am. How do you feel about being here? Why did you want to do this?
Hundreds of reasons, but mostly because I really don't see anything better happening without something like this.
What's going to happen if this doesn't turn?
Going to end up in my grave. That's all it is. I mean, it's like a ticking time bomb, really. You know, I know that. I'm a registered nurse. I have training. I know what this is going to lead to.
Are you scared?
Petrified.
What scares you the most?
That ultimately my kids might end up like this because we've all given up hope. We're living so much day to day and what's happening to us every second of every day that we're forgetting that you can have a plan for the future. You can be working towards something. We're not working towards anything except the eventual funeral.
Everybody has at some level of their mind the question, how could this happen? How could you let this happen?
So easily. I spent most of my life after high school being a little overweight, but I was always functional, and that was always, you know, my scapegoat. But then when I got out of nursing school, I graduated nursing school, and finally got my first nursing job, everything was in such a high point, and I didn't pay attention to my weight at that point because I was happy and I was busy and everything was okay. Then I got bit by the spider, and it was night and day. It changed everything.
It sounds like you blame this on the spider bite.
I blame the initial downfall on the spider bite.
But the truth is, in 1985, you weighed 339 pounds.
Yeah.
In 1997, when you were bitten, you weighed 310 pounds.
Yeah.
So, you had a problem before the spider bite.
Yeah, I did. I did. My whole life I did. It's not just the mobility. It's every time I got told by a doctor that something that they could do, they couldn't do because it wasn't covered. Or every time somebody said to me, well, don't worry because you'll just eventually not wake up. It'll be all right. You just will go to sleep and not wake up. Or I heard, you better get your ducks in a row because, this is just going to steadily get worse. I never heard anybody ever say to me, maybe if you did the right thing or if we did the right thing, we could get you in reverse. But I never heard that once. I got told over and over again that I didn't count anymore, that they had counted me out because I was large and put me in the category where it's a lost cause, and I gave up. That's why I got fat. I gave up.
What do you think I'm going to tell you? You think I'm going to tell you that?
You know what? I just love you. I have watched you on Oprah. I've watched you on your show, and I know you don't take any bull from anybody, and you hone in on exactly what the problem is, and I'm depending on you to do that to me because I've lost my proper objective of what's going on with my life.
Joelle weighs 611 pounds and says she has lost all sense of hope. Her friends and family are desperate to help her before it's too late. Take a look.
I am 34 years old. I weigh approximately 611 pounds. I have lymphedema, which is swelling of the legs. Doctors have said my left leg weighs approximately 225 pounds to 250 pounds, and my right leg weighs about 100 to 125 pounds, which makes it almost impossible for me to walk. My weight has made the problem 10 times worse.
The last time she left the house, I would say it was a little over a month ago.
My best friend and neighbor, Vicky, is always there for me emotionally, physically. 1, 2, 3. She helps me with everything, getting showered, getting dressed. She helps me to prepare meals, my hair. I sleep in the same place where I do everything, in my chair. I would love to go to my bedroom and sleep on my bed, but it's impossible for me to lay down.
Hello? She's right here. Hang on. It's Chrissy.
My sister Chrissy keeps telling me I should lose weight.
Weight's always been a problem for me and my sister. Joelle and I were both teased. I'm in junior high school. I just got to a point where I was fed up. I went on a diet. Joelle did not. I got myself down to a size 5. I think that when I did lose that weight, Joelle and I kind of grew apart.
One time after having a fight with a boyfriend, I picked up a burrito and a bag of potato chips and some donuts and candy and a big gulp of Pepsi and went home and ate it all. And once I was done eating it, laid down and went to sleep. The food just comforted me and made me feel better. I would love to be able to blame this on some medical condition, but unfortunately there isn't one. The only one I have to blame is myself. I've come to the conclusion that there is no hope. There's no light at the end of the tunnel for me. I know that my family and my friends love me and are pulling for me, but until you've actually walked a day in my shoes, you don't know what it feels like, and you don't know why you feel like there's no hope.
Okay. Now, first off, you live next door to Joelle, right?
I live next door.
Tell me why you're so focused on trying to help her.
I feel bad for her because I see the kind of pain she's in. She can't get out and do everyday things like you or I, like to go to the store, to go down the stairs, to get in a car with comfort. She is just really she's unhealthy, she's in bad shape, and it worries me.
Are you afraid for her life?
Yes, very much.
And you're her sister?
Yes.
Are you worried about her?
I really feel like she's going to die. It's just gotten worse and worse, and I just see her huff and puff. She can't even walk anymore.
Have you told her how you feel?
I told her a bunch of times how I feel.
All right. Joelle is joining us by satellite today because she can't travel, correct?
Yeah.
How long has it been since you've been out of your apartment?
It's going on about 2 months.
How do you function in terms of just taking a shower and using the bathroom, those sort of things. How are you able to do that at all?
Vicky helps me do that.
All right, and so you're there every day helping. Tell me who you have there with you.
My best friend, Michelle.
Now, Michelle, are you there with her on a regular basis as well? I know you live a fair amount away.
Yeah, I just moved in March of last year, so before that I was with her all the time.
All right, and Joelle, you've been on diets before, right?
Oh, yeah.
How do you think you got in the situation you're in?
I think I turned to food to comfort me in any way I could.
When was the first time you realized that you were comforting yourself with food?
Probably when I was in like 5th or 6th grade.
And you've done it consistently since then?
Oh, yeah.
Have you figured out why you do that?
I do it anytime I feel sad or depressed or hurt.
And that's...
And I do it out of happiness sometimes, too.
What are you likely to eat in a typical day?
Like at breakfast, 4 pieces of toast with peanut butter and jelly and a cup of coffee. For lunch, a deli sandwich with potato chips and soda. In between meals, maybe, candy or cookies. Dinner would be, like a meat, a vegetable, a pasta, salad, bread.
Well, now, you're not describing food that would get someone to weigh 611 pounds, so what are you not telling me?
Well, that's what I eat in a typical day. I'm not saying what I eat when I get upset and binge.
All right, what do you eat on a binge day?
Couple of boxes of donuts, Ho-Hos, Twinkies, ice cream, candy, potato chips, dip.
So you'll just do it all day long?
Pretty much.
Okay.
As long as my stomach will let me.
Part of this is you've been a victim in this, and I know that's a strange word to be coming out of my mouth. The diets that you see in the media, this 30 pounds in 30 days and 14 days to the new you, and you don't have to exercise, just melt it off while you're sleeping, they don't work. You know they don't work. And so if you've put your hope in those things, then I understand why you don't have any hope. And when you get on this yo-yo effect, your chance of having some sort of cardiovascular event that will end your life increases 70%. You have a higher incidence of cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer, kidney stones, all sorts of heart and diabetic diseases. Those things aren't going to help you anyway. So I'm telling you that because the fact that you failed on those things doesn't make you unique. And I don't want you to lose hope because you've been on things that haven't worked and you say, based on results, I can't do this. What they did is they took your time, they took your money. I don't want them to take your hope. I'm willing to tell you the truth about what you need to do and how you need to do it, but I want you to want it, and I'm telling you, you don't have to live like this anymore. I want you to forget about willpower. It's not about being strong, it's about reprogramming your world, and that for you means you've got to stop manipulating because you're very good at getting people to bring you food, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, based on results, since you can't get out of the house, you're very efficient at having people bring it into you because you named off a bunch of stuff there that's a high volume of food, right?
Yeah.
You've even manipulated my crew while they were there shooting you a few days ago and today. True?
Okay.
And didn't you tell someone yesterday when they came over this morning for the shoot to stop and pick them up a couple boxes of Krispy Kremes?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure they were happy. I just wanted them to eat.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm saying this for you guys, okay? You guys need to understand that she is pulling your chains for sure, and you've got to be willing to stop that. You have to use your nucleus here. And you guys, as loving and caring and well-intended as you are helping her feed her fat, okay? Because you're bringing her food, right?
It has to stop.
It's got to stop. Yeah. It's not loving her to do that. And so you've got to, Joelle, you've got to be honest with the people around you and say, look, I'm telling you right now, don't do that anymore. Don't let me get in a down mood and bring me 4 boxes of donuts. Don't do it. I want you to tell them not to do it. And I'm waiting for you to say that.
Vicky, Chrissy,
Yeah.
Yes.
don't do it.
Is it possible, actually possible, to eat yourself to death? Well, in my book, The Ultimate Weight Solution, I talk about the challenges of overeating and the steps that you have to take to overcome it. What I tell you in there is it's not easy. There's no magic pill. There's no crash diet. It's going to take work. It's going to take a lot of programming. Not willpower, but programming. Willpower is a myth. Now, our next guest, 34-year-old Paul, says that he is actually addicted to food and it's taken over every aspect of his life. He is now too big to bathe himself, dress himself, or use the bathroom without assistance. Now, his mother is terrified he will die if drastic measures aren't taken.
I'm not fat. I'm morbidly obese. I weigh in excess of 750 pounds.
I think he weighs almost 1,000. All his life, Paul only wanted to eat.
I am addicted. Food is my drug of choice. It's always on my mind. When I get a really strong craving, my body aches for it.
His stomach says, feed me. That's Paul's life.
I think in units. I never pay attention to serving sizes. I think 1 pizza, 1 meat, do the math. I eat the whole thing. In the morning, 1 box of cereal, 1 quart of milk. Lunch, I unit it out again. 4 hot dogs, 4 buns, 4 slices of cheese. Dinner, same thing. And then late at night, something sweet, pastries, cakes. I love pies. When you have the addiction, you eat it till it's gone. When it's gone, it seems right.
Even when he was young, Paul was never full.
Food was and still is my best friend. Coming home from school, there was my friend in the refrigerator waiting for me. It never made fun of me.
We all thought Paul's gonna outgrow it, or he'll stop when he gets really interested in girls, sports, something.
Can we open it for you?
I have a love of donuts. It's a soft little happy pillow of sweetness. It's this rush to your system. It's not just the taste, it's the whole experience of food that's magical sometimes. Chinese food does that for me. You get the smell and you get the way it looks and your blood rushes and your heart beats a little bit faster. I love fast food. A cheeseburger, fries.
His life expectancy goes down every single day. His heart is just pounding through all that fat.
It's a constant struggle just to get out of bed. Normal daily routines, walking across a room gets me winded. You know, going to the bathroom is production for me.
He needs a machine to help him breathe. He has so much weight, it hangs down past his knees. He's got diabetes. He's headed for kidney failure.
When you're this size, you can't reach every place to clean. I've got staph infections.
The skin on the backs of his legs, it's open sores. They have to be washed with antibiotics.
Getting dressed, it's a chore. A lot of the times I just lie in bed covered by a sheet.
He is a prisoner in his own body.
I think about falling a lot. I couldn't get up again. I've turned my whole apartment into my own private universe. Everything is within my reach, accessible to me. The computer is my friend and my lifeline. I don't go out much. I don't go to restaurants anymore. Booths aren't big enough. The chairs are too uncomfortable. Little children always point me out. Teenagers are worse. I can hear their giggles.
A man on death row has more hope than Paul because that man can move and walk. Every day I worry that somebody's going to call me and say Paul has died. I don't want my son to die before me.
When you've had this addiction so long, it controls you. I don't know how to stop. I'd love to just get up one day and go somewhere and not have to think about everything involved. I want to be ordinary.
Dr. Phil, help me save my son.
I love you, honey.
Well, Paul is confined to his home. I mean, he couldn't be here, although he wanted to. So he is joining us via satellite. We have cameras in his apartment, and he is here. So, Paul, welcome. I'm sorry that you can't be here, but I'm glad to be talking to you.
Thank you.
So, you wrote me a long letter. You were very candid in the letter. You talked very much about what your feelings and experience of this are. Why did you write me the letter?
I recently had an experience where I injured myself going to the bathroom, and I wasn't able to get up, and I actually had to call emergency services to come and basically rescue me and bring me back. And then I was trapped in my bed for in excess of 2 weeks. I couldn't get out to go to the bathroom or shower or anything. I was literally trapped in my bed, and it was a wake-up call. I didn't want to be one of those people trapped in their bed for the rest of their lives.
So tell me, as his mother, what role do you think you have in the predicament that he's in?
When Paul was young, Mom was the soft heart. Paul liked food. Mom liked to cook. It was easy for Paul to get food as a reward, as a bribe.
So you think you've contributed to this situation?
Oh, yes.
Because I want to talk about some of the things that you've said. Number one, you said you made food a reward for him.
Yes.
And you said going places with Paul was embarrassing, so you would bribe him with food to stay home.
Yes, I did. Because as he got larger, it was embarrassing not only for him, but for the rest of the family. And so I would give him something to eat. And he would rather stay home and eat, and I knew it. I knew it.
But you had to know that the problem that you were too embarrassed to take your own child out in the world, you would make worse by feeding him to stay home. You would bribe him to stay home. Let me make you worse to stay here?
I contributed so much that this problem is so big now.
Paul, do you agree that the two of you have a very dysfunctional connection here at this point?
Yeah. I think, throughout my life, it's just been something that we never really addressed.
I have an older son. He was Mr. Alaska. And his sister, she's a little underweight. I always tease her. Paul was the youngest. So who do I shovel the food into? Paul. And everybody enjoyed feeding him. Even though I knew he shouldn't, somebody had to eat that good food that I bought.
Growing up, everybody would say, why is your brother so huge? Do you feel like you have to make some kind of excuse or explain?
You're eating probably in the neighborhood of 9,000 calories a day too much, which is 63,000 calories a week. And that means that there's good news and bad news here. The good news is if you do some reductions, if we do some things to change this addictive behavior, you can begin to see dramatic results right now. This isn't something that is going to take forever and a day for you to start seeing dramatic results, because if we were to eliminate 9,000 calories a day, he could lose anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds a day. Paul, what do you think about that when you hear us talk about what you can do and what you are doing in terms of 11,000 calories a day and what you can do by reducing that down?
I worry about the addiction mostly. I know that I'm eating too much, but when you're eating it, it feels so good. There's a euphoric feeling you get when you're eating to feel better. And I worry that the addiction will be more powerful than I am.
And I understand that. Here's a question. You're basically a prisoner in your place there. Where are you getting the food?
I have a lot of friends and family who, will bring things to me if I ask them. They know that it makes me feel better, so they bring it to me because they want to see me feel better.
So you know that what we're talking about here is a fight for life.
Yes, sir. I know now, but I never realized until he had this last episode how confined he is, how much I have contributed. I never realized that.
Loretta, he weighs 1,000 pounds. Whether it's 1,000 or 500 or 600, common sense has to tell you something dramatically has to happen to change this.
Yes.
Paul.
Yes.
I am convinced that you cannot break this on your own. I think if I just say, okay, Paul, do better, do great, and let me see you in 6 months, I think there's a significant risk that you wouldn't be alive in 6 months, and I think there's an even greater risk that you would not be better off than you are right now. So I acknowledge that this addiction has an absolute death grip on you. If I get you help with this, and what I'm talking about doing, you're in Alaska.
Yes.
What I'm talking about doing is flying you a world-class expert in there to begin a number of things. Number one, to start getting a grip on where you are medically, to find out. We have to do a complete assessment, don't you think, Dr. Ignar? We've got to do this. But I'm talking about flying someone in there that will help you deal with the addiction, will give you some alternative ways of coping with the anxiety and the depression, will put together a nutritional plan for you, and will make a medical assessment to be certain that we're not missing some ticking time bomb, and there's got to be a number of them with you right now. They're going to have to come to you because you can't come to them, but I will do that if you do something for me. And what I want you to do for me is I want you to tell your mother, do not enable me further. I don't care what I say. I want you to give us a list of all the people that bring you food in the night, in the day, at any time. Now, I mean your friends, and what I'm going to do is when I send somebody up there, they're going to make eye contact with these friends and say, conscious choice. If you do this, you're killing this man. I want you to do whatever you have to do so we can shut off your internet options as far as having food delivered to you. I want to put you in an environment where it's not willpower, it's programming. I don't want you to just be strong. I want you to set your world up for success rather than failure. Are you willing to commit to that?
Yes.
Are you willing to commit to that?
Yes, I want my son to live. I want my son to have the life that I took away from him. Before I die, I want to see him out on a dance floor dancing with his mom.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.